then there's also traffic. So fun. Hopefully you guys can see me. Let's get this situated. Try to look cute. Got the whole Cynthia Bailey buns going on when she was in that episode where she's, you know, rocking her natural hair and they said she got fillers. I ain't got no fillers, but I got the whole bun situation going on. There's a little bit of traffic, so hopefully not too bad. I'm gonna start filming again for you guys because I probably should just focus on the road. Yeah, so I'm gonna cut this short, and then when I get to my destination, I'll start filming again. Toodles! So I've arrived at my destination, and I'm getting my hair done.
So now he's just going to take out the 2 braids that I have in my hair and then brush it out with a paddle brush, which he also did ask, you know, what did I prefer, a paddle brush or a big tooth comb. And I said a paddle brush. That's normally what I use on my hair whenever I'm washing it or detangling it. So I did appreciate that he asked that. And then he's just going to, you know, part my hair and start braiding. He did use a little bit of edge control on the roots, I guess just to make sure that, you know, the front of my hair is laid down. And I don't know if you guys noticed the look that I had on my face. I was flinching because I got a couple piercings and they kind of never really healed correctly. So as he was braiding, he just kind of like touched them and I flinched a little bit. But his braids were definitely loose, not in a bad way. So they were tight, as you guys can tell by the video. It looks tight, but it doesn't feel tight, which I can appreciate because that's the kind of braids that I like anytime anyone's braiding my hair or even when I'm braiding my hair. And in case anyone is wondering, he is very gentle when it comes to my hair, which is one of the reasons why I picked him when I was looking for a hairstylist on Instagram. Everyone just said that, you know, he really cares about your natural hair, which is something that, you know, for me, I was looking for. I'm not sure if you guys recall, a few years ago, I had an accident with my hair, I had to cut all my hair off. So I was definitely looking for someone who would care about my own, like, natural hair. I definitely felt like, you know, he cared because he asked me, you know, was I tender-headed, which I guess I kind of am because I typically just wear wigs. So I could really appreciate that. So now we're just finishing up with those braids, and then he's just gonna grab some alcohol and just wipe off the front of my hairline just before he gets ready to apply the stocking cap to my head. When I tell you guys that he is such a sweet and considerate person, so here he's applying just some more edge control to my hair to brush it back, and then before he actually pulled that stocking cap over, because he realized that I was flinching, he asked if it was okay, just to make sure that I was going to be comfortable. So I can, you know, definitely appreciate that about him. So I'll also leave his contact information down below because he works out of Philadelphia, if I'm not mistaken, also out of Atlanta. And I would definitely recommend that anyone go to him. Like I said, you know, he's patient, he's gentle. You know, definitely made my first install very memorable. I got so many compliments on, you know, how good and how natural the install looks. So I definitely appreciate that. So now that he has the first bundle installed, he goes in the front, cuts the excess stocking cap. He's also bleaching the knots on my frontal at the same time. Now the best part, the frontal application. Now this portion, once he lines it up, we do cut the camera off so that he can install the frontal. I did appreciate him allowing me to film, but the frontal is a part of his process, or like his trade secret. So, you know, that portion of it is not going to be recorded. So once he's done sewing down the frontal, we'll come back once it's already applied. So once the lace is lined up, he is just going in and cutting off that extra lace from the frontal in the front, and he's using that same kind of zigzag method that you see a lot of influencers use on Instagram, even on YouTube, just to make sure it's not a straight line in the front. So now the frontal is installed. Look how good it looks. It looks so natural, like it's coming out of my scalp. So now once the frontal is installed, I finally get to see it, and you can tell by the look on my face I'm really excited because it looks so natural. So now it's just time to add the finishing touches and to style the hair. I did actually have to end up filming the portion where it's actually styled with my phone because I happen to be one of those YouTubers where my camera died. So I will be adding that to the end of the salon process so you guys can see what the final look was. So now he's adding the finishing touches to the front, and he's just going in and flat ironing those roots using a little bit of a pomade. Not sure exactly what it was. I have mixed feelings on it. One, I like the way it laid those flyaways, but at the same time I don't like how flat it made the install, just because I do like a little bit of volume, but it did make it look really, really natural.